Hello students, I want to demonstrate for you two useful tools that you can use when revising and editing your writing. The first one is Grammarly, and it is really simple to use. It does find just some basic grammatical issues for the free version. If you wanted to find bigger issues, then you have to go to a premium version, which we're not interested in doing that. So here's what we need to do. First, you just take your essay or your response, your discussion, your journal, whatever the writing happens to be, copy it and paste it into Grammarly. If you add the extension, the Grammarly extension, it checks every single thing that you do, and so it kind of slows the process of writing down or typing down. I'd rather just paste it in there when I'm finished and check for the errors. Now you can see it found 4 basic errors, and you can take the advice or ignore the advice. What's nice, it gives you some information. It says you have an unnecessary comma after the subordinating conjunction that, remove the comma. And it's right, you do not need a comma there. Okay, have you ever heard of it? That's correct. We need that preposition there. And so it is offering you solid, accurate advice. A lingering gut quenching, everlasting feeling. This one, I don't think you need it. It doesn't need to be changed. So again, before you just accept the corrections, you need to read the passage and see what it says. I'm dismissing that one. Okay. Now, Grammarly will tell you that there's 13 other issues, and you can pay for premium to find out what these are. Well, that's not necessary. So once you have found some of these minor issues and corrected it, take your new and improved document and paste it back into your Google Doc. Okay. So I'm going to go back here, and paste the new one. Now, the next tool that I want to show you is a lot more helpful. It's an add-on. When you first set up the account, you'll have to add it on, and there are instructions on how to do this in the writing folder. I already have it, so I just have to open it. Okay, it's SAS Writing Reviser. This add-on looks for specific errors or writing style, so it will even help you with your writing style. And what I like for students to look at is open this little bar. It says sentence economy, and then click on some of these, like repeated words. If you click on that, it gives you a little warning. They're going to highlight or search through your essay, and look what the student will find out pretty quickly. He wrote the word you 30 times. It's in this entry 30 times. Well, it's not supposed to be in the entry at all, and so that's a problem. And if you click on it, it will highlight the use for you, or whatever the repeated word is. And so you can actually go back and make corrections on this. Now he has and 23 times. Some of these we can't change. Hate is in there 16 times. We may be able to fix that, replace it with a synonym, even though that is a word he's trying to define in this passage. We can still use synonyms. T is not a word, and I, lowercase I, is not a word. And so O is uppercase. There we go. So that would be fine. I don't know why it's lowercase here. Okay, so use this to look for some of your repetition. It explains to you information. You can also look for wordiness and let the system highlight phrases that might be overused or vague. Okay, it says, is it the wording that you want? Can you be more specific? A lot of times these will find some vague words. Okay. Now, another thing that you might want to look at is sentence variety. It does help with run-ons and fragments, but you have to understand what a run-on and fragment is, because this is a computer program trying to find these sentence errors, and it doesn't quite understand all the nuances of writing. And so you really, if it highlights it, you need to make sure that it's a run-on sentence. So I'll show you. Here's I highlighted run-ons, and I'm going to look at these. Anger is a temporary emotion, the feeling you get when your dog chews your favorite pillow or when your little brother eats your last Twinkie, and we often confuse that with hate. This isn't a run-on. The system thinks it's a run-on because there's like 4 different clauses in the sentence with a subject and a verb, okay? And so it thinks, well, this could be a run-on. It's not something you'd want to feel, well, that's not a run-on either. And so really you have to understand what run-on sentences are to get it, to verify. What I would like for you to look at for sentence variety would be subject-verb openings. A lot of times students use the same kind of simple structure with the subject-verb, and that's what this student has done. It is, hate is, I hate is, anger is, hate is, you may, you. See, those sentences all begin with a subject-verb, and that gets to be rather monotonous. It makes the writing choppy and a bit boring, I guess is the word to say, and so we want to avoid that. In the writing folder, there's a document that says sentence variety. Look at that. If you happen to have a problem with simple subject-verb openings, then that will help you spice the writing up a bit more. Okay, transitions. We need transitions to make the writing more fluid, and so you want to make sure that you have some. He does have some here. Okay, well, because isn't really a transition, but look at all these ands. That's a problem. Okay. Use this to look for problems, especially if I've graded one of your writing passages and I say, you know, vary your sentences, or you have run-on sentences, and you can use this to improve your writing. This talks about weak verbs. And so it will highlight these linking verbs and helping verbs, which really do weaken the writing. If you look at this passage, he uses the to be verb is in all these sentences. So it's in sentence 1, 2, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, and it's highlighted here for him. That's too much. There are ways to say something besides using a linking verb. And often these words, is, am, is, are, was, were, being, being, been, do not create an image for the reader. This is telling writing when we need to be doing showing writing. And so it is helpful to get rid of these. Okay, read the notes, it gives you advice and everything. Another useful tool, sentence clarity. If we look at vague words, that's something that I don't really, as a writer, I just don't appreciate vague words in other people's writing. Words like someone, something, anything, no one, those don't tell me very much. Okay, things, they need to be replaced with more specific language. And so what's nice about this, it will highlight these vague words for you, and then you can replace them. Okay, now look at this. He has never, always, never. These are those sweeping generalizations that weaken the writing because these kinds of words are rarely true. It's better to say, instead of saying always, he always says that, it would be better to say something like, that's his usual response. Okay, it implies that it happens often, which is a stronger argument than every single time. All right, so look for vague words in your writing. Let's see. That would be good. That's a good place to start. Okay, and so when you find that I've commented on some problems, run your essays through Grammarly to get rid of the basic grammatical or mechanical errors, and then run it through this SAS writing revisor and try to find some of the problems. It'll help you learn how to fix your writing on your own. Thank you.